Technology Metals Australia Ian Prentice joins us from the Perth studio now. Ian, lovely to see you again.
Hi Danielle.
So congratulations, just announced drilling at Gabanintha has concluded. Can you tell me about the program? Tell me about the highlights.
Absolutely. So that's our stage one project enhancement drilling program. So something like 6,700 metres across, I think, 45 holes in both diamond and RC. And that's across the what we're calling the North Pit and the Central Pit up in our northern block area, and also down in our southern tenement. And so far it's just the geological data that we're looking at, but what we're seeing is the mineralisation extending to depth, which is fantastic. So well beyond the current pit designs that came out of our pre-feasibility study. So really positive there. Also confirming our shallow oxidation in that North Pit area, and we've talked about that before. That really important from our project development scenario, getting straight into our higher yielding material. So really confirming that's a really shallow oxidation profile up in our North Pit and also down in our southern tenement. So a couple of key things that have come out of that program. So yeah, now we're awaiting some drilling results.
I know that your DFS is well underway, of course, with the vanadium price skyrocketing. I know you're probably trying to accelerate that. What can you tell me about the latest implications with the DFS, given that drilling's just concluded?
Yeah, so that information will be built into an updated resource model and flow through to a mine design. But in the background of all this is we're doing all of the engineering and the process work, ongoing metallurgical test work, and progressing quite aggressively on the timeline on the DFS. Importantly, we've also started and close to finishing a drilling program to generate some bulk samples. So we're doing some areas up in the North Pit where we're drilling some larger diameter core, which is going to get us multiple tonnes of sample that we can use for our larger scale test work, and particularly into our kiln test work, which is really important for us.
And Ian, of course, we have to mention you've just secured $6 million to accelerate this DFS. That must put some wind in your sails. Tell us a bit about this.
Yeah, absolutely. A really well-supported placement. $6 million, as you say, it really enables us to maintain that momentum on our DFS. So really important for us, as I say. And we've got a range of institutional investors have come on board through this placement, and we really can maintain our momentum into the new year on our DFS.
And finally, I know you were in China recently. We spoke to you there. You're heading back in November. I understand that vanadium samples have been sent and received. What's the latest on that end of operations?
Yeah, absolutely. So your samples have been received, and the different parties that we've sent samples to will be assessing those, and we plan to, as you say, head back up there in a few weeks' time, or probably end of this month, early November, and have some follow-up meetings with those groups and discuss the ongoing developing relationships there. Really important out of that conference, the whole dynamics around the vanadium market that we've talked about before. There's nothing really changing there. The supply side is really struggling to keep up with demand, and is actually not keeping up. So the opportunity is reflected in what the current vanadium price is doing. There's a shortage, and that shortage is only getting larger, and the opportunity for companies like ourselves to enter into the market is very real, and I guess we're looking to push home that advantage over the next little while.
Can you please leave us, Ian, with a wrap-up of those next big milestones at Gabanintha on the operational end? Yeah,
so I guess assay results from this drilling program, they'll start to flow sort of mid to late October, and flow through for the balance of this year. So that's really important as far as building that data into our resource model. So we're expecting the updated resource model out early in the new year, and then that'll be built into the updated mine design. So as I say, we're expecting from the drilling we've got to date that the mineralisation is well and truly extended below the current pit design. So expecting a good increase in our indicated resource category, which will flow through to a larger reserve. We're also expecting through the geotech side of things, which I didn't really touch on earlier, the geotech drilling that we've done to prove up the ability to steepen the pit walls. Currently we're talking about a 40-degree pit wall in our footwall. We're expecting that to steepen dramatically through the data we're getting from this program. That will all be built in. So the news flow over particularly between now and Christmas, there's going to be a lot of news flow coming out around that drilling program, and all that means for our feasibility study.
Technology Metals Australia as busy as ever then. Ian, please do keep coming in to keep us updated. Speak to us when those assay results flow. We'd love to keep on top of this DFS work.
Fantastic. Thanks, Daniel.